Mercedes Martinez better than us?
You know, Martinez, I've known her since the beginning of her career, and here at this moment in NXT, I mean, she has done so much since coming on this scene, made it to the semifinals of the Mae Young Classic, competed in the 2020 Royal Rumble, headlined NXT TV in a steel cage match against Rhea Ripley. 20 years of an education in wrestling that can't be recreated by anyone, because Martinez made her way during an era that had fewer opportunities for female competitors. She weathered the storm then, and I know she can weather the storm tonight.
Well, she always bet on herself, and you brought up the word opportunity. Really, Mercedes Martinez created this opportunity for herself. Talk about Mercedes Martinez. Is tonight, though, Tony's time?
You know, Tony brought up the fact that time and time again, Io Shirai says, I don't like Toni Storm, I don't like you, I don't like you. What does that mean? Tony says that Io doesn't like her because she knows that Toni Storm beat Io Shirai in the finals of the Mae Young Classic. She says every time she gets in the ring with Shirai, she comes out the winner.
And again, this is a triple threat matchup. Io Shirai does not need to be factored in the decision to lose her title here tonight. So to that point, Wade, is this the greatest threat to Shirai's reign as champion?
Well, I always count Shirai out, and I always live to eat my words, but tonight may well be different. I am speaking from the perspective of a man who has lost an Intercontinental Championship through a triple threat matchup. The problem with these matchups is there are so many variables you cannot control. It's impossible to strategize. It cost me back in 2013, and it may well cost Io Shirai her championship tonight.
You know, Wade, I've been in a high-stakes triple threat matchup as well, and I know the sting of not being pinned or submitted and still walking away the loser. Io Shirai could find herself in that situation.
And of course, Shirai won the title in a triple threat match, beating Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley, and on that night, Shirai did not pin the champion.
The following contest is a
Oh! And right off rip, Mercedes Martinez drops the champion, but in comes Toni Storm.
Yeah, not waiting for the ring announcements or the bell. These ladies want to do battle immediately, get any kind of start they can.
Martinez taking out Storm. Mercedes Martinez coming in with a game plan, as you mentioned, 20 years waiting for this moment.
Yeah, and you know, Mercedes Martinez didn't...
Whoa, cover by Shirai.
Whoa, she didn't walk into NXT, you know, to not be a threat. She came here to get the job done. She's sick of waiting, and she's put in her time, and she believes her time is right now.
Shirai trying to stay one step ahead of Martinez, but right away, Toni Storm from behind. And Mercedes Martinez has said it's Toni Storm who continues to live in the past.
And Toni Storm looking toward the future in this moment, wanting to change the trajectory of her career by changing her attitude and the way she approaches her career.
Goes Shirai taking out Storm. Storm coming right back in. Caught and dropped face first. And there's no doubt, Wade, Io Shirai has made this women's division hers.
Of course, she has been so dominant since winning that championship, and what statement it will be to beat two of the hottest contenders here in NXT in one fell swoop.
Shirai won the title in June, then in July beat Sasha Banks at the Great American Bash. Part of the reason why Io Shirai was the overall competitor of the year in NXT in 2020. And now gets caught by Storm. Storm walking Io Shirai to the middle of the ring. Shirai able to land on her feet. Oh, and a boot right to the jaw of Shirai. Storm now charging right in on the champion. Oh, there's Martinez. And Mercedes Martinez, the wily veteran, picking her spots accordingly. But take a look at this offense. Oh!
And there's no substitute for experience, Vic. Martinez laying back and looking for that opening, and if she could decimate Storm in this moment, she could focus her attention on Io Shirai.
Perhaps the smartest thing you can do is play possum on the outside and let your two opponents tear each other to shreds.
Martinez not realizing, and there goes the moonsault by Shirai. No one there.
And Martinez had suffered a black eye from the moonsault on the last episode of NXT TV, and she wasn't about to let that happen again.
Absolutely not. She saw that movie before, did not want to see the sequel. As Martinez, way to what you said earlier, focus now on one superstar.
Learning from former mistakes, and this is your best chance of winning it. Hoping one superstar, Io Shirai, takes herself out.
Championship on the line,
Turn
Storm.
this into a simple one-on-one matchup, although Toni Storm as an opponent is never simple.
Remember when it was Martinez who said she returned for the title? I mean, Wayne, we were sitting right here. Martinez, who falls into the cover, hooks the leg once again, and another kick out by Storm. We witnessed Martinez leave Io Shirai at her feet.
Oh, it was right before our very eyes. Smashed her, jumped her from behind and through our announce table, causing absolute chaos here at the CWC and shaking up the women's division in the process. Well, look at her now, it worked.
Oh, big suplex, and now Martinez with a quick sweep of the hips, rotating through.
Some beautiful three amigos, shades of Eddie Guerrero.
Storm, though, with a counter, able to go from behind. Shirai, the genius of the sky, launching through the air.
Just when you least expect it, here is the third member of this matchup.
Shirai charging in, double knees. Right to Martinez, picking up some more momentum. Charging in, gets caught and planted.
Big boss man slam there from Toni Storm, beautifully executed.
And now it's Storm charging in on the champion. Turns around, gets caught, and Spinebuster by Martinez. Martinez into the cover for the title, and again Storm able to kick out at 2.
And these are perfect examples of the challenge of being in a triple threat matchup. You have your focus, your attention, your eyes on one opponent, and meanwhile the other one is just waiting to level you. Take a look at this right here. Boom, Mercedes Martinez did not lie in wait for Toni Storm, and this match was almost over in a blink.
Look, we just witnessed MSK make their takeover debuts and win. Could the same be said for Mercedes Martinez here tonight, as Martinez looking to bend, stretch, and make Storm tap. And if Toni Storm taps, Mercedes Martinez will become the new champion.
Center of the ring right here, oh my word, and here is Io Shirai to break that one. She realized that if there was a tap, obviously she loses her title.
Absolutely. Storm now getting right back into another submission, this time a crossface by Io Shirai.
Trying to take advantage of the damage done by Mercedes Martinez. Smart move by Shirai.
And Martinez from behind, looking for almost a dragon sleeper, locking it on Io Shirai.
Three-person hold, who taps
Who
first?
gets the win? All three women tied up. Mercedes Martinez on top of everyone. Shirai releases the crossface, and Martinez now wearing down the champion. Martinez trying to hoist up Io Shirai. Oh! And Mercedes Martinez has been in control of this matchup, has been doing everything Beth you stated she would.
Martinez methodical in her offense, so versatile.
Whoa!
Oh, quick movement there by Shirai. 619.
Over here, shades of Rey Mysterio from the genius of the sky. She has Mercedes Martinez rocking and rolling here.
Missile dropkick by Shirai. Martinez rolled all the way to the outside. And much like we said earlier, Io Shirai now with Toni Storm one-on-one, but Storm back to her feet. And for Toni Storm tonight, looking to become just the second woman to hold both the NXT and the NXT United Kingdom Women's Championships. And Storm all the way to the top rope, perched high, and Martinez back to her feet and drops Storm.
Superplex attempt there from Storm, but the bigger lady in the matchup, Mercedes Martinez, breaking it up, coming up with a game plan of her own here.
And you can see the mind working of Mercedes Martinez, always putting the puzzle pieces together.
Oh! German suplex off the top rope, release from Mercedes Martinez.
But look at Shirai.
Martinez is stuck in a tree of woe.
I don't think Martinez knew Shirai was there.
Shirai. Oh, chop right to the neck. Martinez hanging on. What's on Shirai's mind? Double stop!
From a hanging and prone Mercedes Martinez, caving in her chest cavity.
Look at the angle of that German suplex high on the shoulders of Toni Storm, but Shirai, the double stop across the sternum, boom! You see Martinez caved in, all the wind knocked out of her.
All three ladies down at this point. The question is, who can get to her feet first and capitalize?
A highly physical matchup from the start. Something that we had been expecting and has certainly delivered.
Well, Io Shirai.
Can't win out there, Io.
Action once again spilling to the outside here, right in front of our desk. Io Shirai apparently in control for now. Toni Storm gingerly trying to pick herself up as the action continues here. Slap to the face there.
I think that was a closed fist by Martinez, who hoists up Shirai. And the champion in trouble. Into some of that plexiglass barricade as gets caught and dropped. All three women now to the outside, and again, there's no count out. There's no disqualification. Triple threat rules.
Oh my word, this looks bleak. What on earth?
Storm's tearing apart our desk.
Literally and figuratively.
This place has been trashed. The punk rocker apparently didn't like the look of your desk, Vic. I'm getting back here.
Certainly did not, and now, I mean, what's going through the sick mind?
You know, I felt this thing wobbling when MSK hit it earlier.
Well, right now, bad intentions running through the mind of Toni Storm. Is Storm thinking of the Storm Zero on the... Oh! DDT by Martinez. What the heck is Io doing? Io Shirai, high in the air.
She is out of her mind here.
Oh my.
Get down here. Oh!
Again! It's all legal.
Well, Toni Storm caught that one high and hard on the top of her head. Clearly Mercedes Martinez catching something too, but all three ladies, I don't know how Io Shirai is feeling right now, holding that arm gingerly.
Again, Beth, take a look at this one more time.
The height from which Io Shirai throwing caution to the wind and leveling the other two women. Mercedes the first to stir, but what kind of condition is she in?
Again, after what we witnessed in our opening matchup, the crowning of the first ever Women's Dusty Cup champions, one more look at the best women in wrestling.
And one last look there at an angle. We can see just how high the genius of this guy was.
Whoa! Well, we just saw Io Shirai bounce off the steel steps, spine first, and the champion has been taken care of. Are we on the verge of witnessing a new champion crown here tonight?
The championship is up for grabs now after the damage these women have already taken. It really is not going to take much to put this one away.
Martinez quickening the pace right here.
Oh, big knee under the jaw on Martinez. 20 years, her whole career, her whole life has come to this moment here tonight. Another knee under the jaw of Storm.
Precision strikes. Toni Storm cannot defend herself. Her hands were being held.
Storm could be out. Martinez with Io Shirai still on the outside. Could be closing in on calling herself champion.
Martinez maybe going for
That
that
Fisherman Buster.
Up and down. Martinez into the cover. Title on the line. Storm kicking out. Storm not only keeping her own championship dreams alive, also keeping the championship reign of Io Shirai intact.
Oh, that Fisherman Buster has put everyone away, Beth.
And you can see the emotion pouring out of Mercedes Martinez. Everything that she's been through throughout her career.
Up goes Storm. And again, Martinez looking to plant Storm from behind, trying to roll through. Oh! Huge headbutt. Martinez rocked. Storm looking for Storm Zero. This is how she's won the United Kingdom title. Does she do it again? Martinez kicks out. Just kicked out. Storm is shocked. Storm is shook. Storm now trying to figure out, I mean, Beth, what do you do at this point?
Storm's got to follow up quickly. Keep hitting hard. Pin her again.
There's utter devastation everywhere you look in the Capitol Wrestling Center. I guarantee you there's devastation in the mind of Toni Storm, knowing that Storm Zero somehow did not win this match.
Off the top rope, flying headbutt to the stomach of Martinez. Storm now crawling into the cover. Do we have a new champion tonight?
Oh! Moonsault on the top rope! Out of nowhere! Io Shirai, the knee!
Cover! Count! the best in the world.
We saw this spectacular action during the Women's Dusty Cup Finals, and I didn't think there was any way we could top it, but tonight's Women's Championship match, incredible from beginning to end.